Foster staying on his feet this time. Lovely one from Martial. Lovely touch by Fernandez. Cavani! Rashford. All the way across goal. What a finish that is.
Welcome, fellas. Welcome, everybody, and welcome to All In, All United. Earlier, I mean, the results was what we wanted, but the solace I taken from today is the fact that I think we make it harder for Liverpool to get into this top four. You know, so much so, it have all them pundits and all them, these guys who, you know, commentate on games, who just be given match analyses and things. The real fighting we don't the same, we should get fined, you know, all kind of things they're trying to bring out from the books for we, you know. But they didn't talk about that when the fixture, they come and put in this kind of mad fixture. Anyway, we will get to that. Welcome, fellas. We are Lion and we are Jody. Juju, stop working. Talk to me, fellas. It's all good. Nico, it's all good.
Yeah, you know, I mean, as you would have said, good night to everyone. In the game today, as much as we lost, for some reason I didn't feel anything. You know, all right, we lost, and you know, Leicester definitely making it harder for Liverpool. You know, as you would have said, that would have been the icing on the cake, more or less. You know, but then what choice Oli had? You know, with the hand that he was dealt with, you couldn't really see it no other way now. You know, and as you would have said, I think the team that we put out there did well to hold Leicester as we were doing. You know, Greenwood again with a superb finish showing the quality, and you saw that he was really the cream of the crop. You know, by the time he get the ball and he touch and the movement alone, you could have saw that, you know, he was the man in charge. And yeah, the result is what it is, and we move on. We move on to Liverpool on Tuesday.
Yeah. Lion, talk to me. General opening thoughts.
Yeah, well, I expected. I know it's Manchester United. We expect to win all the time, but you know, due to the fact that we had all these close fixtures together, I know it would not have been easy today to get that victory. We even spoke about that before.
Yeah.
I just was hoping that we get through without injuries, and when we have Liverpool on Tuesday, so he could play a fresh side. So it wasn't a bad loss, I should say. And the good thing about it is Liverpool, they haven't had a time to get into the top four now.
I watch you know, we're gonna drive a team more if we beat them Tuesday. That for me, that could be it.
That'll be
the Iceland. That's the Iceland.
Yeah, that will be one. That will be one, definitely.
Yeah.
Jody, talk to me.
Bye. Bye. I don't know. I was a little bit disappointed in the sense that I think Ole could have pick a better team selection. He could have pick some other players instead now. But based on the performance, and yes, I know it's 4 games in 7 days after play and thing, but I still find like it's like he give up on the league title now and just focusing on just getting through these 3 games that day in, day out, and just pick that team, put them out, and probably pray for a draw. You understand? You know? You know, I wanted the win. The win. One was to let me say the who fighting for the top 4, let it really fight out for it now. And 2, to put the pressure on Man City now. Keep that pressure on Man City, because as I see outside here is only pipeline. And pressure is pipeline, yo. So if you have that pressure on the pipeline, it's about it. That's as simple as
that. Fair enough.
Yeah. All I just wanted them to do was just keep that pressure on Man City. You understand? That just probably why I just disappointed with from today. You know?
Right. Now, fair man. And I think as I said before, you know, as United, we always want to win, you know. PC squared. Good night, buddy. Thanks for joining. Hey, David. Good night, man.
Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Night.
He's saying you win some, you lose some. I guess that is how it is, Kenton, welcome, man. He's saying, fellas, you see Brandon, he needs a loan deal bad. Because all him going through and play. You could have Now you cannot tell today earlier that them fellas and them who wasn't getting games, they really need some minutes in them legs.
They need us.
Rusty boy.
Yeah,
they
Hey,
need us.
hey Michelle, good night. Good night. Thanks for joining. So let me get to the team sheet, fellas. Talk to me, Lion. Thoughts on the team sheet.
Well, actually, probably about an hour or two before, I had a leaked team sheet, and it was
okay.
Yeah, boy.
Somebody sent that out,
Wow.
and it was exactly the same team. So I didn't expect anything different. I know Ole looking at injuries and running them. Even though he liked to run the fellas to the ground, he didn't want to run them today. So I don't have a problem with it at all. Right? I just expected just a little more from the team. Maybe
Right.
team should win, even though it's Leicester. It's Leicester.
Yes, Leicester. Yeah.
And we are Manchester United, so
of course, any team we probably should give them a fight.
Yeah, I still expected they win.
Yeah. But I didn't find that team actually. I mean, in the starting we struggled to adjust wherever. But I find after a while the team started to put some pressure on Leicester. I find Leicester didn't look as comfortable or as dominant.
Yeah.
You would expect them to against a team like that now.
We start off making a lot of bad passes.
Yeah.
And after a while we start to get into the game. And Leicester couldn't really keep up with the pace.
Exactly. Talk to me, Jody.
Yeah, watch me. By the time I saw the lineup, I was going to edit my post and put a loss or no. And it's afterwards then I realized I say, well, I should have put depending on the team sheet.
I'm telling you that Juju license.
I find he could at least put in he could have put in Rashford. Being I saw Rashford was out for a little while now, just to give him a little more game time, and probably McTominay in the middle. But it is where it is. Otherwise, on that the fellas on him they play good, you know. It's just that Ole probably now see why he should have begun them guys on him more game time early on in the season. Even if it was 15 minutes, 10 minutes, you understand, at the end of our game that it was leading 2-1, 3-1, wherever it may be, make a 3 subs and bring in them guys on him just for them to get a run out now. But you come and you take a complete different team and you throw them outside it today, well, you see what was the score at the end of it.
Yeah. Nico.
Yeah, the team sheet to me, the only real surprise was Ilanga, to be honest. You know, let's say that 2 hours before, that's how the team sheet, you know, if I see team sheet 2 hours before, I say, nah, well, I take it at all. But you see the team sheet 2 hours before, and it's the same team, you know? Yeah, like we're carrying. We don't give it up, you know? Yeah, that's true that they're wherever. But again, to see Ilanga and Ahmad starting, I think that was a bold move and also a brave move, and also a move where these guys had to be doing something in training now, especially Ilanga, because I think it may be who else he could have played. Maybe he could have played somebody else other than Ilanga, because Ilanga has been doing very well in the reserve games, and for him to get that chance, yes, you still see you have a lot of maturing to do, but it was refreshing just to see Ahmad and Ilanga into the starting lineup, and I think more or less that was just it for me really in terms of the starting lineup.
Yeah, I had expected, and Oli had alluded to it so much time, that he was going to make changes. And I know sometimes Oli's that kind of teeth-head man. He will say it and then he will say a strong team out there. But 2 days before Liverpool, and the kind of game Liverpool is, surely if it was Leicester today and Fulham Thursday, I don't think we'd have seen this team play today. We'd have seen a stronger team play today. You know?
But Reem, Ole actually said that people will be mad at him.
Yeah. But you think it was because of how to play it by, like which team was placed, like that Liverpool game was so important that Leicester, he know people was gonna get mad at him with the Leicester game.
You know that.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
man, the man just don't like Liverpool, so he gave Leicester the opportunity. Yeah, understand?
I think he wanted to win, but he had, well, as you say, he gave them the opportunity to
Yeah,
fight that weakened side. Right?
yeah. And still that side give Liverpool give Leicester a run, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, just it's because what the whole team rusty. They was rusty because them guys not getting the game time. So you know.
Yeah,
It's poor defending.
Yeah, and watch me, the goal that Leicester won by was a set piece, you know. They may really break down this team and say, well, hey, they run through and they beat we convincingly, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, at the start of the game, I was a little upset because say, wait, boy, unless setting up the here to consider about 6, you know. But after them fellas and them settled down, we started to play football. I wasn't seeing where Leicester was beating we. You know, and it's because of that substitution and then throw off the concentration on the team.
Is that corner there?
And Leicester pull out basically the strongest side.
Yeah.
Then pull out the strongest side. It come like we pull we beat team, you know, because ten changes the man made.
That was the B team. That was
the B team. The only man who you could say that started is the gear. And he don't even start anymore.
And Greenwood.
Greenwood.
Yeah, but that was a C team. In fact, that was a D team.
Yeah.
To say B, because B is like mixing some regulars with players who not really playing, but that was a whole new team more or less outside of Greenwood.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Let me just get some comments in here and then we go move on, right, guys? Michelle saying I'm disappointed that lineup wasn't real Oli. Crazy. I don't know if I read that right. I'm disappointed that lineup wasn't real Oli.
Yeah. Crazy.
No,
I want to win all my gear.
Okay.
Wasn't real. Okay, wasn't real.
Yeah.
Only crazy.
Right. I want to win all my games. Sorry to say that, but that was just madness to me.
She right, but
yeah.
I mean, with the situation,
the circumstances,
man.
Circumstances is difficult. Michelle, it's real difficult to put a strong team out there, you know, and then play Liverpool and they want to be strong too.
Exactly, because you asking them for us to run 90 minutes hard and then with a day rest to go again at Liverpool.
Yeah,
and Liverpool who rested since when?
Yeah, I can't remember when last Liverpool played.
We done in top 4 already, so it's like to boost them fellas on them hamstring now, and we have Europa final.
Yeah. And that's why Ole should have never bring on Rashford and Fernandes, because they wait till the game almost finished then to bring on them fellas. And in this space 10-15 minutes time, them could have pulled a hamstring, could have get kicked down, get twist ankle, like how Maguire get some kind of a bad tackle. You understand? So it didn't make sense to bring them on now. They're done losing 2-1 already and it's trying to fight a point.
No, remember when them come on
too much, man.
Yeah, that's the pressure we won. We couldn't come out. We couldn't come out the half. And then it was still 1-1. It's only when they made those substitutions, that's when we got the goal. I think Rashford came on after the goal. Yeah, I think Rashford came on after. No, Rashford was on the field when the goal scored. Because Rashford was marking Sion Chu.
He left.
Yeah.
Kenton saying Ahmad needs more game time. And why only took off Ahmad and left Mata on?
Watch now, that youth real composed.
Nah, boy, he different, you know. He a real quality, boy. Well, you see, he's a first team quality player.
He just sits in a slight body and taking the ball. He nice.
Yeah.
We go see more Ahmad next season. I'm sure that.
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't think we're on loan, but he look like he almost ready.
He ready, boy.
Today he sure that he can handle the level now. You know? So we see more of next season.
Yeah.
David saying only make the right subs in the wrong time. He needed to sub on Cavani and Rashford after the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
But I hear Olio saying that it wasn't supposed to be a corner, it was supposed to be a throw or something. So.
Oh, I don't know. That was a corner. I think it was a corner.
From where I was, it looked like a corner.
Yeah. It was a corner.
Yeah.
Kenton saying McTominay and Matic in the middle with Mata. Yeah, what at all.
Pragmatic.
But Matic was real good today earlier.
Yeah,
You well played football.
Let me talk about Matic today now. Let me talk about Matic. We fired out them and them. Let me talk about Matic. How good Matic was today.
Matic looked like a lord today.
Yeah.
And he ran all over today.
The man rolled back the years earlier.
The amount of bench time he had, he saw all the energy for that whole team.
But he got done right now.
Yeah.
Next 3 games until he full up that tank again.
Yeah. And then he real cover for Tonzebe too.
Yeah.
You understand? He real cover in that centre back position there.
He was running out plenty too, man.
Yeah, Tonzebe was getting dragged all over the place.
I feel he need to be a winger or something, you know. But for that first goal, he was quite on the left-hand side.
Yeah, right through.
Yeah, he get dragged out of position, and that wasn't the first time. It happened about 3 or 4 times today earlier. I don't know if it's become instructions, in actual is yours, go wherever he going. But then again, that's not making tactical sense because he can get pulled out of position and it leaves a big hole in the defense. But
like say we with that back three.
And the reason why I say it probably it had to be because it happened so much times. I had to ask, well, I wonder if Ollie tell him do that. Because you can't be making the same mistake over and over. You see your skin and open the defense, but you're still doing it.
Yeah.
So I had to ask myself, I say, wait now, Ollie tell this man to stick on in a chore. You know? David saying Ilanga and Amar having it, boy. Definitely need more game time. I think Ilanga debut was decent, but you could see where he had a just a little more.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yeah, because he never really played first team too.
Yeah.
Ahmad had first team experience at Atalanta, and that's a kind of tough league too. So
yeah.
He also go ahead, Nico.
No, let's talk about Ilanga in terms of he has some pace definitely. I think he as much as he struggled offensively, I think he did a lot of the dirty work. You know, I think he did a lot of tracking back. And he showed that he's willing to work now. So that I definitely would have liked from him today, just to get the attacking side of his game and that confidence going forward. And I think maybe he might get something out of him.
Nice. Jody, what was your thoughts on Ilanga?
Hold on a second there, the breeze biting out here, boy. Biting out here, yeah, no, watch me. Kian Amar, I find they handle the wings nice, Well, especially Amar. He does just up and down that right side. Langa, I don't know. You gotta get them fellas on them. Only gotta think about getting them fellas on them like game time in probably the Carabao Cup. 1 or 2 of them.
Set a free something.
Yeah, I think
we by the connection, man.
So when you jump back on, David said Amar was doing covering for William 2 years. Them fellas on them.
Except for the first goal. Except for the first goal, I feel he sleep for the first goal.
How that first goal score again?
Remember that the ball come over.
Oh yes, right.
The ball come over and
Williams. No, but earlier, think about what this happened to me so much times in the past.
He was quite on the left-hand side.
So when Bailly pulled to cover for Twanzebe, Williams had to come inside there.
Williams was nowhere to be found.
He was there.
He was somewhere wrong.
Probably on top of the box.
No, I'll watch it back. Williams was right there. He was right there.
He was somewhere wrong. But they might take that one on the volley too. So maybe
yes, if that fellas I get interrupted with that phone ball.
Yeah.
Maybe if Ahmad was tracking back, maybe he might have put some pressure on Thomas there. But with no pressure, most players in the Premier League is quality anyway. Maybe a kind of lucky finish too. I feel that's a lucky finish.
He ain't getting that just so. Not even in training again.
I'm telling you, that a real lucky finish, boy. But that was only volley,
Up in the corner.
But he gets where it is count. You understand? Because he's probably getting training and they don't get him games.
Yeah.
So I mean,
he gets sweet too.
Yeah, nice.
Hey Dion, thanks for
Hey,
joining.
Dion, good night.
She's saying he had to rotate. We have a ridiculous run of games. Nice to see the youths. Matic was pretty good. Plenty rust to shake off from them, from a lot of the guys. And we see it today. We see it today. Because if you all noted, and Nico, you don't know because I was annoyed at the starting of the game. I was messaging you.
Yeah.
But as the game carried on, we started to look just
better.
And Leicester started to look normal.
Yeah.
You know, what you would expect? Well, hey, after that first goal, well, boy, there's gonna be a
long night.
Yeah, they're gonna feast. And then when we started to get into the game, I realized, wait now, because I think that Greenwood goal earlier.
That's what calm us down. That was calm us down.
Yeah. It kind of shocked Leicester in that kind of wait now. This team probably not as bad
as we think.
We think, you know.
Yeah.
You know? And then now Leicester started to play real cautious, and then they were giving us possession. Yeah. And I mean, you know, them fellas and them rise up and decide to play a lot better. So, yeah. And I think Joey had mentioned it earlier, and I said in a review in the past, if, you know, Oli was just getting them fellas a little more food in them previous games here and there, I ain't saying getting over, half hour. I ain't saying start nobody. Get them a little more food.
Yeah, a little 10
Reeves, we can take that in two ways, We can take it in two ways. Did you see enough, right? Because most of the games this season would have come from behind, right? Or a lot of the games this season would have come from behind. So at some point, you're fighting for a result, and a lot of the games we would have scored from the 80-something minute down to win games. Right?
That's a good point too. That's a good point. Yeah.
No, that was saying. So it really had opportunities to really give players opportunity, and then it would have had, and when it had the opportunities, you would have players like Van der Beek, and who else? You would have some other players that want to get game time ahead of the others. So it was really difficult for Oli this season to really manage the squad in terms of giving everybody that time now, that game time.
Yeah.
I think we could have used Mata a little more though.
Mata, because we saw at time Mata.
Because
in the early part of the season, he was using Mata.
He got injured and then he never.
Yeah.
Mata got injured and he was out for a while, and his mom was sick, so he was in Spain for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why Mata was out. So, but definitely, if Mata was a wrong iron, I'm sure Mata will be playing more games. But
that's quality still, and I mean, he's not the fastest, but he's still quality.
The man brain quick, boy.
That long ball from Mata to Ahmad, where he set up what goal, you know.
Yeah.
And then, and as long as Mata had the legs around him, Mata could book magic.
Yeah. Greenwood and De Gea were the only players that were in the normal lineup. Greenwood scored, and De Gea did a good job in goal. Yeah. At watch me, I was frightened for De Gea, you know. I was saying them fellas sabotage this man by.
No, it's true. I feel it for him a little bit. I say, when this man was just squad in front of him, he go say, nah, boy, like there's a night for me, boy.
For me, I wasn't frightened because I know the two centre back we have, they could catch Vardy now. If himself if he get a breakaway, catch him now.
Anyway, too.
But the two times, even though the two times I see Vardy had a foot race with he had one with Bailly, and I think he had one with Tuanzebe. He beat them, you know. So I was excited.
Bailly hit him a body slap.
That was last about 2 seasons.
About 2 seasons. Bailly deal it in Jed.
Ken Johnson really put his head on a block now. That Oli would give Ahmad more game time. Boy.
Nah, you can get them for sure. You can get them because you see the quality, and then I think the cost the pay for Ahmad too. That's if you put it into context, is because I have belief in him now, in him developing, and to me, you see enough today to say that but this man is quality.
Yeah,
he have quality to bring to the team.
I find Ahmad look real good today. I don't know.
You're real confident.
I'm telling you, that man look real good.
And I mean, he not at that level, but in terms of his stature, he that kind of small frame. You remind me of David Silva, how David Silva used to weave through men. He might be that good, but he has potential to get there. By
and to me, and run out by
who is it?
Who?
Martial run out today, boy.
I know who you're talking about. I know
he wasn't training actually, right?
Yeah, he's back training. I feel he'll be back for the Fulham game.
Yeah, because they wouldn't put him in no high intensity game like Liverpool.
Yeah, of course not.
He was on the Fulham game.
Yeah, he might come off the bench.
Yeah. And what I would say with Ahmad is that he actually smaller than Ilanga in size, but you saw how well he dealt with opposition players in comparison to Ilanga. So Ilanga a little stronger, but he wasn't able to physically compete with the others. Whereas Ahmad smaller and he was able to physically compete. You know, in terms of not losing the ball, being confident on the ball. At that time, I see Ahmad hold the ball, stop it, turn, watch a man beat him and gone. I said,
yeah, but he body up to Yanshu too.
Yeah.
For the goal for Greenwood, right?
Yeah.
You saw where you thought the defender had the step on him, and he actually had get the step on the defender.
Yeah,
you know, so
but
and he deceptive.
I'm actually something, fellas, because we see the quality, right? That's and the potential with that from Ahmad. We've seen where Oli given the likes of Ilanga, you know, and we've seen where Ilanga's strengths are. He's a quick player too. Then Greenwood. Earlier, what do you think about the talks that Sancho is still a number one priority for Oli? What do you think about that?
We need that still, man. But I think he's trying to groom Greenwood to be a number 9, you know. And
but remember, he say a couple of weeks ago that he don't see Greenwood as a number 9 just yet. He say he still sees him as a wide forward. So you'll give him a 2-3 seasons again before he look at him as a central number 9. Even though, and the reason why he playing central now is because Oli kind of have a short in that department now. He want to manage Cavani and then Marcel now wrong. So he kind of forced to play Greenwood there, and Greenwood willing. But from what he's saying in the interview, he says he still sees him as a wide forward.
Yeah, so remember that too with Sancho and Greenwood. You could get interchange too, you know. If you have two of them fellas, you may not always need a forward.
Right.
You have both goal scorers,
Right.
But yeah, I think we still need Sancho because we still have a hole on the wing, you know.
Yeah, and Sancho go come like he have more experience than whoever else we had upon the right wing, whether it be James, Ahmad, or Greenwood. He have more experience playing that position then now.
Yeah.
And then he go have a main man to hit ball at, just like how we have Haaland over in Dortmund. He go Cavani, always in that box then now, looking for that ball, you know.
And you know, if there's one thing I hear Oli keeps saying, he say he wants to create competition in the team. He wants people to fight for the places. And you can't have how to put it, boy. And this is no insult to the likes of a Ahmad, right? But you don't want Greenwood competing with Ahmad because you know who go win all the time.
Yeah, it's no competition.
It's no competition there because you know Ahmad's still learning he's still learning the league. I mean, we've seen qualities that Ahmad have, but I mean, Ahmad and Greenwood, you know who's gonna win every day, at least. No.
Well, at least for now.
I find when James was getting a run again, you know, James Ahmad competing for that spot.
Yeah, but I feel James
maybe they were, and James was getting not.
James was playing well though.
But yeah. James is the type of player for me. It's like when you go through the fixtures, you will say, okay, this game is for James, this game is for James, this game is for James. As opposed to the likes of a Greenwood or a Sancho, them could play every game, you know?
Today was a game for James.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. He would have played for sure if he was fit.
Yeah.
Let me get some comments, guys. Oh, Nico, I don't know if you wanted to weigh in on the Sancho.
Nah, I'm good now.
Okay. David saying Fred could hold a bench in favor of all the
Nah,
fellas wicked we. Wicked.
wickedness, man.
Nah,
If Matic was
I can't agree with that,
5
boy.
years, if Matic was
Younger.
5 years younger,
He was
Yeah, I
I,
think
young.
that.
I don't want to see McFred.
Nah, for real.
Fred with
Yeah.
them side, if Matic 5 years younger, them wasn't making that side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Arvin, locked in and
Yeah,
listening.
man. Yeah, good night. Good night.
All the time. Didn't see the game, was disappointed with the lineup when I saw it, but kind of understood the rationale behind it. Yeah, he had to rotate that, buddy. He had to rotate that. So you said, evening, fellas, I have to reclaim Greenwood as my boy. That skill set instead of hitting hitting first time. Yeah. The investment in youth was good in the transfer market, but you see in the flip side of that. Yeah, no doubt. David saying Tuanzebe get pulled out, Bailly get pulled, then Williams get pulled. After that, Matic started cover for the back line. And that's what the first goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch me. I like how Greenwood, the goal he score against Villa, right? How he take it on the left. They only realize when he get our ball from Ahmad, like them expecting him to go on his left foot, and it's how he up on our right. And
Yeah, both feet.
yeah, because they don't block off the left. They block
off the left. Yeah.
You didn't expect that.
But you see, yeah.
Right, watch me.
Now he different.
That's quality. That's real quality.
When a man had that kind of with no kind of backlift, and that kind of power again from your right and your left, them fellas be dangerous.
Yeah, boy.
How you go, Marky?
Just like that.
That man have your brain. You don't know what to do.
Yeah. You know what I remember? I remember the game last season when we play. It was Bournemouth, and he scored one pipe with the left, and they tried to force him. The defender was saying, "Don't make him turn on the left," and he put it to the right, and he swing it and.
Oh, that is with the audio behind the goal, right?
Yeah, the audio. Yeah.
Yeah.
The man difference earlier. Hey Hammond.
Hey Hammond, good night, man.
He's saying disappointed with the result, but not mad. Going forward, we really need to improve off the set pieces. Definitely. Oh God. How much time we talk about set pieces, boy? How much time we talk about set pieces?
Every game.
Yeah.
Today was no exception. Agreed fully, man. Thanks for the comment, buddy. Yeah. Thanks for joining. Kenton saying, well, Chanas, you put your head on a block then. Hey Kurt, welcome, man. Thanks for joining, buddy. Man. Yeah, inside nice. You're still nice. You're still nice with the time, Kurt. Rydell, thanks for joining. He's saying, "I'm good night, fellas. Greenwood is class. Really like it.
Yeah.
Next season, Ahmad and Greenwood in the starting level will be fire." Yeah.
Big claim, boy. Big claim.
Not big claim. A real big claim, but I could see it too, I could see it.
I like how we bypass all of them young boy and them record right now in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I like it.
And you know what? Something Ollie said today. He said Greenwood is 19, Ahmad is 19, and I think
Ilanga
was how much? 17 or 18 or something?
Young age too.
Around 17, I think.
Yeah. And Ollie say Greenwood play as the 29-year-old today. He play like a 29-year-old. He really lead our front line.
Yeah, but he look real mature.
Hey, Jesus, welcome, man. He's saying glory, Man United. I think that's a kind of potato we've seen by seeing. Cement saying Chelsea men saying they go sign Sancho while we making up with Minor.
The amount of men I hear Chelsea gonna sign. I hear they're gonna sign Sancho. I hear they're gonna sign Haaland. I hear they're gonna sign Varane. All kind of players I hear them gonna sign.
They're signing Ronaldo too.
Hey, Olia, I'm glad you bring up that lion. Here now, Ole back Ronaldo because it look like Ronaldo gonna play Europa League. Ole back Ronaldo.
So go where, boy?
Yeah, you go for this side, boy.
As good as the man is.
Always.
Dare I say always? He go come in our dressing room and just stir up everything because he go want to be the leader of the team.
You are the number 7.
Right now, we have a young group of players that we grooming. If we come into like how Cavani is, this kind of to assist men in knowledge of the game and the way they should move and things like wingers, especially our wingers. That to move this way, how to take on people, yeah, no problem. But I see he coming, he gonna take all the penalty from Bruno.
There you go. Yeah. Free kick some Bruno.
All the free kicks.
All the free kick.
Yeah.
So,
You got to have the balance.
We'll get goals though.
From
For
the
sure.
players. He might demand much from them.
Yeah, they come
Well,
back
yeah,
up number 9 if he coming back. If we decide to take that back.
It's true.
But I don't think we will.
No.
If I'm honest, I don't think we should.
We
I think
already
we should either.
We already give Cavani the 7 already.
Oh, yeah.
Then we had to strip Cavani of the 7.
Yeah.
Take Marshall 9.
Is that whole strip up? It's gonna be real stripping.
No.
Yeah.
Cavani had about 20 or 25 or something.
The whole dressing room going on, just turn upside down.
Yeah, for sure.
He was there.
Yeah, but
I'm grateful for what he do for Manchester United. He was there and he move on and we moving on too. So let he stay where he is. You understand?
yeah, I agree 100%.
And I think the Ronaldo that's left is not the same Ronaldo now. He's a different player. He's a different position he playing.
Yeah, different age too.
Yeah, you're not getting that same effort and skill set that Ronaldo that we know about, that we just still fantasize about.
I take him back when he did finish up at Real Madrid and he was leaving to go to Juventus. Yeah, at that time, if he did coming back to the club, it was all well and good, but now, nah. Time for them to retire.
Yeah, I mean, he could play Ronaldo real fit and all that. Man fit like a 20-something-year-old, but I still think
he always keeps fit.
Yeah, where our team is now, I don't think Ronaldo fits what we want to do. Probably, I don't know if it's who would say just now, if it's Lion or Juju, but if we didn't have Cavani, probably Ronaldo would come in and play that number 9 role.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, already the man could score. If it's one thing the man could do is score.
For sure.
Yeah, he's a goal scorer. Well, can have him back.
You got to have the balance.
Wages, by number, by
everything. Everything. He could take Bruno Juju too.
Yeah.
Bruno will get the passing same like how Fred is passed to Bruno. Bruno will get the passing to Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's true.
But I could take Frank Kessié from AC Milan. As much as we was Sancho, I think in Kessié over Sancho because I think we need a quality midfielder, boy. And I think he has something that some qualities that could really strengthen our team.
So Nico, why we can't get both of them, boy? Why you had them?
No, I just say if we had to pick one, I'll go with Kessié. If we had to pick one,
I feel we could do something after Joel Lovelatter, boy.
Well, he had to spend. You had to spend.
We could come off. We could pull off something.
What the Mama guy? Them do that,
Well, we go see if Mama guy. If we go see the Mama guy, we go see his real
fans, and they go listen to the fans. And it's not the first time, and it's going to be the last time.
No, but the fans then going through that again.
Yeah, man, I was serious.
Because right? I was reading that because of since the protests, a lot of fans had to boycott the sponsors, and a lot of them sponsors now questioning whether they want to continue with Man United. Some of them want to pull out, you understand, from negotiations and things. So, let me don't underestimate the power of the fans.
We actually had a chance to sign a 200 million kit sponsor.
Only post-match, he sent a message for them. So, let me hope they hear it. Then he post-match, when the person who interviewed him asked him, something he asked him and he said, with a couple more players, his side might be able to give City and them a run next year for the title.
Yeah.
They
can't expect us to go back into next season with this team, you understand, and compete for any kind of title. The team do good. Yeah, the team do good. We ain't taking us away from the team. But we had to recognize too, a lot of the other teams underperform now. So they go want to correct that. So we can't just feel, second place, bam. We don't need nothing. We could go and buy some more grassroots players. No. We need some players to come in and give some of them first teamers something to think about to up the level. You understand?
You think about that last season, Olika wanted to talk big, wasn't he talk big that there's maybe a time that we as Manchester United could take advantage,
Yeah, but
and
Because of what I was
you
telling
know,
them, I believe.
I
I,
feel
I
so.
guess so, and maybe
I
the
feel
same thing
so.
going on now.
Because he
He gets
wanted
set up.
Sancho, huh?
He gets set up. I feel he gets set up. But always not the Mourinho type who will go and coast now. You know, so he just
Yeah.
and he say, well, I feel he'll go back him. I feel he'll go back him this season. This window. I feel he'll get back. Kurt saying, hey, I have submitted everything. Today, Silky Feet, Marcel Ratu. Yeah, well, I mean, men like Iron and them, I want to hear that, sir, but
what the man do well, but oh gosh, man.
Yeah,
He'll get a chance next season. He definitely will get a chance next season. How Cavani signed the extension? No, because as myself and Reeza's talking about it in terms of because Cavani not going to start that amount of games, we still need that number man in the team, and you already have Marshall. I think that could be Marshall could be there.
Yeah. I do think that extension will work good for Martial. I mean, you gotta accept the fact that hey, we're going to Cavani is number one, you know. But with how Cavani likes to manage himself and how Oli gonna manage Marcel will get minutes, man, and he might do good, and then Cavani going up on the bench for a longer period of time.
No, Cavani go pack his bags again the next season after he score most goals, after he score 50-something plus goals for the season.
Not for that movement again and from there.
All I want to see, because all I want to see now, Marcel do have no excuse, in my opinion. Because I seen the team playing better now, I seen how the serving stuff for Cavani, I seen how players on top getting chances, the missing and the scoring. That's what I wanted to see for Marcel in the earlier part of the season. He wasn't getting that. So now, if Marcel do not take advantage of that, then I'll go here me turning on Marcel.
That we're talking about.
I wouldn't like to see it, based on the fact that I want him to perform. But I would like to see that.
The thing about it is that Martial not going and throw here at no ball on the 6-yard box.
He got trade, man. He got trade.
How about what? Man.
I just back Martial. But I don't see Martial, that type of player, running between two defenders and throwing a head on the ground to put a ball in the goal. You understand? He have a different style of playing, and Ole had a training team to play for Cavani and to play for Martial as well. Different style play, because remember, teams go figure out Cavani, you know. They will figure out Cavani, you understand? And them services that he getting, teams will start to read that play and get rid of the ball from the defense.
That'll be hard, boy.
That'll be hard, boy. Because that movement alone,
different,
and it's right true, you know. It's right true.
They don't have much forwards like that in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's hard.
And this
he making a good point, He making a
of course, he's making a good point, but it's hard.
No, but
sit down and watch this whole season clippings how Cavani play, how we game, and they will try and stop that.
Remember, yeah, but when they try and stop that, our next man it's a shot from the outside.
Well, that's it.
But that's what I'm saying. You see the other play. The team and Ole and them, they had to play for the forwards. You understand? They adapt different style, because just as we talking whole season, how they breaking down a low block. Eventually they started do it now. You know, so they had adapt to certain different style of playing. And that's where Pep killing plenty teams this season with.
I find Pep playing one way right through, buddy.
Pep playing one way. Pep don't change it.
Pep playing one way right through.
General in the back.
Pep playing one way, but I agree with the point Jody making there, because remember we talked about it earlier. We seeing where in the Premiership there is really study here. You know, as I'm saying, there is really study here. So it's gonna be hard to mark down Cavani. It will take them probably longer than next season. But the point is there is fine ways to nullify certain teams' threats. You know, as I'm saying, so it's important for us to really have different ways to play. You know, as I'm saying, we can't.
On the later half of this season, you see they doing it to Bruno Fernandes, where he's not all that effective in games.
I think he was just inefficient.
He does still pull off his thing, like he'll pull off an assist or something. He might be scoring now, but he pulling off assist still.
We get some comments there, Reams.
Yeah. No, just now. Oh, sorry. Kenton saying as good as he was, I don't need him back here now.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. David saying facts. Don't need his ego or wage bill. Yeah, because you're gonna be coming expensive all in and small money.
Yeah.
You can come and take off your jersey and walk in the dressing room right through.
It's scary to see if Ilanga Mason, Ahmad Shortire, and Rashid mature to be very clinical, you know. And we know Kurd has been watching them young teams playing, so he know. Yeah, once them fellas come through, that'll be real good. But I feel some of them gonna need some loans. You know, quiet. Cavani scored 15 goals in all comps, more than Sanchez in 2 years.
Cavani's a goal scorer.
Yeah. No doubt,
Cavani's quality, boy. Cavani's
What?
quality.
Check how much missed out for the season. How much games he missed from the beginning of the season as well.
How much goals he missed too?
How much games?
How much games he missed.
No, but
Yeah,
I say
because
goals too.
I
That's how effective he is.
Yeah. But I didn't miss any only goals he missed, and I saw any goals that he scored that really meant something. Game winning goals.
Yeah. Most notably, you see that Southampton game? That's
his game, man. I had a
no record remember. Yeah, that had out, but the Southampton game, remember we was 2-0 down. I remember how that Southampton game went.
Yeah.
That one for me was when I seen that Cavani different, boy. But the Spurs game that had a quality.
This Dutchman, boy. What will you do with that man, boy?
God,
we had to touch on it, and they were saying that people that be calling for Van der Beek, and today we play a man shot.
I actually cannot see where this man fitting in on the team yet.
But he ain't showing himself where he could fit.
Kenton, let me hear you, Kenton.
Yeah.
You're asking for Van der Beek to play in the 8th. Let me hear you. Or in the 6th.
Mata try to play for the centre back position, plus he had to play for the for 2-minute midfield.
You make Mata work real hard.
In defense of Van der Beek, right?
You are different that way?
But listen to me now. Just as I want to defend Ahmad and defend all them other players who not getting the run of games, you understand? So we really can't judge Van der Beek, you understand? Because in total how much games he run out this season? About 5-6?
He ran out more than Ahmad for Ahmad to play today, and look how Ahmad look. You understand what I'm saying? Because the amount of games that Van der Beek had, the amount of games that Ahmad had, and watch how Ahmad looked today. You saw that he has a future. You saw the quality that Ahmad has. But when you watch Van der Beek today, with all the game time he has gotten, you're still clueless.
He make some bad passes, man. He was just all over the place, man.
And he was all over, and he like nowhere at the same time.
And that is happen when somebody lacking confidence. You understand? Because he come all hype up here, ready to play in the beginning of the season, and when game after game after game start to go, no run out, no sweat. You understand? We expect. You understand?
No, you can't come.
Yeah, you can't come United and there's no sweat. You had to earn that sweat.
You can't start before Pogba and Bruno and them.
That's with the reserve. You understand? Don't come in and say no and woman bet game after game after game. And man and still running and gain and still have match fitness, you know.
That's the point,
Nah, but that don't count. How much a man has played for under 23? That don't count. That don't count. That come like a man playing with a style 11-year-olds. That don't count. A man level here in comparison to the rest of them.
How you mean that don't count? You're still running, you're still active, you come like again game time. You game time to a certain level like the Premier League, but again a game time. You understand? That is like you playing in the reserves and sitting on our bench whole season.
Nah, but you see the quality, boy. You see the quality with Ahmad compared to you see that quality,
Nico.
I say no, I'm not saying no, but what I say, if I accustomed running 100-meter every day, and then you just run 100-meter every day, and then you come in to run 100-meter against me, I will cut you left, right, and center.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, no watch, man.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
I just
Yeah,
my
but still, boy,
I
you could
I-
see quality, and I just say see the quality, but
But I think with
just say
Donny,
it.
I think with Donny, even though he didn't get much time,
go back and watch Ajax. Some of
Mm.
Ajax games with Donny Van Der Beek playing, right? Go back and watch them games and them, right? And you go see where the talent is. But
that's total different style of football too.
Yeah.
You gotta go back there and play that thing.
We had to
I
change
feel
that. I
something
feel to play here, we had to change that formation. As I was saying,
but where you
and
go play? In what formation? Where you go play?
we had
Yeah.
to play on the right of a diamond or
how much
something.
games Manchester United play for the season on an average?
Oh, you
About
will play about 50?
I was
Yeah.
thinking,
Yeah, around
Yeah.
that.
right? Let me say Fred play about 45 of them games, and he still can improve himself.
Nah,
Oh God, don't say
Fred.
that, man.
No, don't say that.
Don't say
Fred.
that.
I fight against. Who will play? Aston Villa. Aston Villa. Fred look good as much as he set up McTominay for the first goal, but the man recover and he look good.
No, that's not my point. What I say, if Van Der Beek play 45 games, I'm telling you will see a big difference. That is my point.
All right.
confidence could come with minutes, eh? Confidence is
It's a
bring minutes.
competition, though.
Man.
Yeah, see what
yeah,
competition is, Bruno.
Yeah, but you had to prove he deserved to play.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what
You had to earn that. You can't just walk into a team because I'm not feeling sorry for you and you need game time. You have to
Nico,
earn that.
let me ask you something, Nico. What player
Yeah.
right now, right? And we entire squad taking Bruno's spot.
It's not no
Nobody.
player to take Bruno's spot.
So it's hard
Pogba.
for that spot. It's hard
Nah.
because Bruno ain't giving up.
Nah,
So it's
Bruno
hard.
could play.
Yeah, but-
Bruno could play deeper too, huh?
But still, right? What I'm saying is this. Let me say giving Bruno a run, but Bruno was still the pick. Then when it had time for Bruno to get a rest, when we say all right, let me take off Bruno and give Bruno a rest now. Because we know we have a deputy who maybe just a little under, not at the same level, but just a little under in quality, then Bruno would have come off. But it didn't see at no time only made that change to take off Bruno and to put on Van der Beek because he was not even pushing him in training.
And one of the reasons for that is because Manchester United was waiting too late to kill off games, dog. So how you go get your sweat? How you gonna get your sweat? In the 85th minute, you now looking to win game.
Yeah.
How you what the man get a sweat?
Well, he had to earn that, boy. He had to earn it.
I say no.
You hope he get a good preseason.
Yeah.
Back in the zeros.
You can't judge him on 5-6 games for the season. That's real unfair.
But I think I judging him on what Ollie would have been seen in training for him not to play him. That's why I judging it on. But I get your point. But I definitely get your point.
No day right now, Van der Beek could take Bruno place. No day. No.
But he gets a keeper role today, though.
Even Bruno get injured, I still see he getting a spot.
They'll put Bruno on a stretcher to play before the full
Bruno's still playing, he's still playing.
The rate of leg going with Bruno.
So we got some comments here, guys. Hey Ray, thanks for joining, man. He's saying Donny can start in front of Bruno, Pogba, and with Fred Rise in form, it's a hard luck for him. It's tough. Jesus saying good points, Juju. If the man never playing with the team, his knock's not in. Also, if he come in with 10 minutes alongside McFred, who can't pass, he wouldn't be doing much. Today he was moving and was an outlet for Matic a lot. I just find he doesn't hold the ball as a mid. Well, and we're always saying that. And only bounce pass. If others not on your level, your passes will go astray. Today he was trying too hard.
Yeah, because most of the time he run up on them, he run on the man for a pass. A man can't pass the ball to you when you run up on them. You're begging for the ball and you're running straight up on the man. Oh God, you can do that too.
He playing small.
When I downfall today was when he bonks the pass, he not moving. He remain and stand up right like a Mason for him down. You had to move to get the pass.
Well, I mean, it's hard for Donny Van der Beek because the man indoctrinated in a certain way and style of play.
Total football.
And he coming into a team that's not playing that way. So let me get him on this season. Let me see what next season go hold for him. And let me hope because we are seeing, little signs where he adjusting his game to be a little bit more or a little bit different or a little more like how Man United playing as opposed to how Ajax will play. So Ian said, let me give him a preseason, let him train more with the team, let him adjust more, let him find a way to fit it in. That is all he work, that what all he getting paid for, that why all he sit down in the United seat. So let me see how he using this resource, right? Because it could be unfortunate to see Van de Beek come and he leave, And I think if we go back to Fred, people will say the same thing about Fred after his first season and look at Fred now, Fred, people talking good things about Fred, even though he's not the ideal. He's still fans. Some fans still fancy him, and we see him where he contributing on the pitch,
I fancy him once he's not playing alongside McTominay. If he playing alongside Pogba, I could understand that. But and McTominay, as you see against Villa, how the both of them, because I thought them.
No, we win. We win the game 3-1.
McFred win plenty big games.
Plenty big games.
I took more 3 goals, and then Lindelof was a different topic by itself.
Yes. So guys, I guess we cover more or less everything. It didn't have much to talk about in the game. I mean, we touched on the fact that them 2 youth men came in and they made a good showing of themselves. We talk about Greenwood, who showed that kind of maturity. We talk about Tuanzebe, who I don't think. I mean, he growing. He was a little bit better in the second half, but again, I don't really think he do much to say. Well, hey, yeah, what's going on? Maguire, Lindelof had to look over the shoulder. I don't think so.
Really, I can't judge none of them players until their performance because they just hardly get game time.
That's fair.
That's fair enough.
That's fair.
Hardly get game time. They come like they get all sweat today. All well and good.
Yeah. Jesus saying happy with what I saw today. After 9+ changes, youth had energy. Goals occurred because of not keeping shape, but it wasn't hard on the eyes like some of the other games. Think of it: no Maguire and no Magloff and no McFred. Yeah. So guys, let me get some closing thoughts now. Talk to me, Juju.
I'm glad the guys and them get run out today. Looking forward for that 3-1 victory Thursday coming.
Nice.
Yeah. I just have really how much to say. I think I was disappointed as I said earlier on. I was expecting me to keep the pressure on Manchester City, and time to train it towel on that and look forward to the Europa now.
All right, nice. Lion, talk to me.
Yeah, just happy that we didn't come out with any injuries today. I think we'll be well prepared for Tuesday, hopefully, as the Juju man say, the 3-1 victory. Apparently, Juju license by tonight. So yeah, I hope we get that victory. And that's it.
Yeah. Nico?
Yeah. Well, for me, we had 2 more games for the season. Liverpool and Villarreal. Outside of that, I think our season more or less wrapped up. And definitely, even I win against Liverpool is more or less sealing second, more or less. So yeah, just looking forward to the next 2 games, the next real 2 games of the season, Liverpool and Villarreal. Inside of that, I really hoping that we see more Ahmad, maybe more Ilanga, and maybe that some other guys could get a shout. Maybe this guy from the Frenchman in the reserve team, Hannibal. Maybe you might see Hannibal in the team getting some minutes. And to me, that is why I'm looking forward to for the rest of the season. Some of the
one
players
of the rumors actually, yeah.
Yeah, and that is what I want to see for the rest of the season. That some of these guys get an opportunity. And also, Ethan Reams, I know that player that we looked at in the past. He did well on loan, and I honestly think that he's a better right back than Brandon Williams. I don't know if he is a player that maybe next season could come back into the team and show his worth. I think he's quality. He's quality defending and going forward. So for me, just really to look, I'm just looking forward to the rest of the season. I'm really looking at the youths coming forward and see what they have to bring for the next season.
Yeah. David saying here, he's saying bless West Ham with Europa by banishing Liverpool. So if we beat Liverpool, that would more or less seal, their fate in
their fate.
Europa League, and
Yeah.
West Ham would have a chance.
One more thing before we go, fellas. So all who on the live as well in the comments, just let everybody just be safe outside it. This
Yeah,
virus,
boy. Oh
it
gosh.
gets serious down here. I think it's 9 deaths today.
Yeah,
Hey.
but
Or something like that again. Yeah, so they just try and social distance and mask up.
Yeah, boy.
for
That's
sure.
serious.
Fellas,
Real
well,
serious.
they take it easy down there.
Yeah, yeah.
Not as bad as where I am. But
And then all they had the good vaccines too. All they had the Pfizers and the Modernas.
I
You
don't
understand?
look at the news, so to be honest.
Yeah, they gave me
I'm trying not to.
AstraZeneca and some Chinese vaccine they bring in here for we. You
Well, again,
understand?
Pfizer, don't worry. I'll send some.
When we were Pfizer, we were at this Moderna down here. You understand? They give me some second grade
I'll
vaccines
send
down here,
some
and
with yourself, right?
I hope so. I really
Yeah.
hope so. Yeah.
Them vaccine killing people and all,
Yeah.
I was telling you,
But there's
I
a
take
serious
money.
thing. There's a
Yeah,
serious
that's
thing
serious
that,
thing.
yeah, people have to be very, very careful. I mean, we always thinking here that it's going to happen to us now, but to hear 9 deaths in one day, I mean, we start to sound like India, sound to sound like China.
Yeah. If you watch the rate per capita, right? We almost on India level, you know. Yeah. It's bad.
So guys, in spite of all the thing, we want to make sure we're talking to living people, we want to make sure we're talking to well people. So, let we be smart, let we be safe. This is not a political thing. It's a life and death thing, So, people in distance.
I don't like how people politicize this virus down here about this party, this and that party. I mean, that virus.
That they call for.
But it's all over actually, yeah, because political thing too.
Yeah, when people realize that virus not discriminating, it's attacking everybody.
True.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So thanks again for joining. Thanks to Jody and Lion for jumping in today.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no problem.
So we're looking forward to Liverpool on Thursday, hoping that we could just drive downhill in that cough much more. Yeah, I want that bad.
Nice.
So we'll see how things goes. We hope that the rest was a good rest for them players and that their score they're looking just as rusty as the players who have played for 3/4 of the season. And that them fellas come out, fight all guns blazing to put Liverpool in place. So guys, thanks again for joining. Thanks for the comments, thanks for the shares, the likes, even on the YouTube side. Thanks again, guys. And we'll see you all on Tuesday.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Let me make sure we get this thing good earlier. Right? 1